Well, how y'all doing this morning? It's just before 7 a.m. here in Little Rock, Arkansas. So this is a bit of a garden update. This is the first real bit of sun that my little patio garden has gotten here in days. It has been raining for like 4 days now, and I'm sure they're loving it. Peppers have recovered really good. Tomatoes look like they're recovering. I lost my basil. It just didn't make it. I'm hoping to be able to get another container out here just of all herbs, rosemary, thyme, more basil. The cayenne pepper, they get awful big. I want some of them little red, they're not ornamental, but they do have some that are ornamental, little red peppers. Pardon me, they're kind of like Tabasco peppers. They're small that way. When I lived in Canada, I used to frequent a Chinese place, and she had a beautiful pepper plant. She had plants all on this ledge in her restaurant, and she had one that was like a bush, and it had red peppers all over it and stuff. And I said to her, "Can you eat those?" She seen me standing there looking at them. She come up and talked to me. I said, "Can you eat those?" She nodded and said, "Yeah, you can." And I want some of them. You can bring them inside. And pardon me, I'm looking for some of them. I'll put them in another bucket like that, and then in the winter I'll bring them in. But it's a sad thing my basil didn't make it. But I want one more tote of just herbs. I ain't heard nothing from management. I'm hoping the tomatoes do good because I want to do some canning. And if you ain't ever had a pickled green tomato, you don't know what you're missing. They're pickled in brine. They're really good, really good. And these are like yellow cherry tomatoes, so they should be easy to pickle. I'm looking forward to that. So weatherman says that we have unusually cool weather for the end of May, and that we should enjoy it because it's going to get real hot. And in the south it does. I'm in Arkansas, and it does get hot and down south here. And so he says we ought to enjoy it. And I got a nice cold breeze going right now. But yeah, my neighbor had some pots sitting out there on her car yesterday. She really ought to leave them out there overnight so they can get the early morning sun. If I see her, I'll mention it to her. My other neighbor over here, Lindsay, we talk once in a while, just, hi, how you doing, kind of stuff like that in passing. And she's always going in and out of here with a suitcase. And I said to her, are you a hairdresser? I seen her last night going out of here with her suitcase, kind of a cabinet kind of thing on wheels. She said, "Yes, I am." I said, "I thought you were, because only 2 people I know of haul their equipment around with them like that, or a hairdresser or a flight attendant." So I talked to her. I need a haircut, and she said, "Yeah, I can give you a haircut." And unfortunately, she doesn't do perms. I really need a perm. It's getting hard for me to take care of my hair. I do not want to cut it all off again. Last time I cut it off, it was down to the small of my knees. And the woman that I just couldn't do it no more. And the woman that I went into a hair salon, and the woman that did it, she said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, I just can't do it no more," because I kept it all up in a bun. But when I let it down, it was down to the small of my knees. I had grown it for years, and the only thing I cut was my bangs. And she was like, "Are you absolutely sure?" Because people, it's easier, to cut your hair off. I mean, it takes like 15, 20 minutes to cut your hair off, but it takes years to grow it that long. And right now, it's reaching the small of my back. But that woman hated to cut my hair, I could tell. Imagine that, a hair cutter that hates to cut somebody's hair. I said, "Yeah, I just can't do it no more." And at the time, I was just entering into the first phases of the RA, and I really couldn't. I still can't get my hair up in a bun. And I talked to her about doing perms, and she don't do them. And I said, well, maybe you know, have some friends or something that would, you know, I can't get out. I don't have a car. That might would come here. I said, I know there's some people that do go to elderly people's homes uh, for whatever reason and do their hair. And I said it would be a big help to me because after I wash it, I could just throw some mousse in it and pick it out, you know, and it's going to look good. So, but I don't want to. I don't want to shorten it too much. But I told her I needed some layers in my hair. I need some volume. I need it trimmed across the back. So I'm gonna lose a good 4 or 5 inches because it's not straight across. You know, it's been growing pretty much wild for years. Yeah, it's been a good 4 or 5 good 4 years, at least good 4 years. So, but yeah, I'm hoping they're soaking up that sun. Tomatoes are, I mean, they look like they're loving it. Peppers are bouncing back real good, but, oh, I hated losing my basil, but I'm going to try to get me some more. So anyway, y'all have a blessed day. It looks like it's going to be a fine day today, whichever day it is. Like, I ain't checked yet. I know it's Memorial Day weekend. My neighbor didn't know that. She said, well, I'll come do it this weekend. I said, that's a holiday weekend. You know, we'll get together. And I'm sure hoping she'll find somebody that'll swing by here and, like, give me a perm at a real decent price. Yeah. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Talk to you again. Bye-bye.